Hello, this is Jacquelie's Wrist from Olive Tree Connect. You know, it sometimes blows my mind when I think about the fact that every single person that walks this earth was created for a specific reason and has a unique calling and purpose that God decided way before the foundation of this earth. Yes, we are known in heaven. Maybe for whatever reason, you may have difficulty to believe that for yourself today. But you know what? The enemy, Satan, he knows that, and he is working overtime to rob us of our destinies and our callings. And he uses many tricks and tactics to keep us in the dark and oblivious of the fact that God has so much more in store for us, right here, right now on earth. Just to name 5 of the enemy's strategies that he likes to use. Number 1, he uses ignorance to rock us asleep, literally on the job, so to speak. You know, he keeps us veiled and in the dark so that we don't realize who we really are and how powerfully we were created and what God has called out over our lives. Another strategy is to keep us in sin, because he paints the picture that it really is not such a big a deal and that we will miss out and that we will live such boring lives. You know, that we will lose all our friends if we decide to walk away from that sin. A third strategy is guilt and shame. And this is a massive tactic to make us feel that we are way beyond help. The enemy still uses that thing that we did 20 or 30 years ago to immobilize us and to make us not want to step out in faith to do what we know that God has called us to do. A fourth strategy is he torments us with fears. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, financial fears. And it may have become so part of our outlook in life that we don't even realize it for ourselves. You know, that fears are keeping us living the life that God has planned for us. The fifth strategy is trials and tribulations. Trauma and bad stuff that happens in our life can have the power to immobilize us. And what the enemy does is he wants us to blame God for all the things that goes wrong in our life, all the bad stuff, so that we can turn away from God forever. Whether it's a loved one that has died or a relationship that has died, despite the fact that you really prayed and believed and fasted for that thing not to happen, it did eventually happen. That person that was so close to you did die, and that divorce did eventually happen. And the enemy wants us to believe that God did not hear your prayers and that you are not enough or important enough for him to help you. My friend, I want to say to you today that God sees you. The one that created you so uniquely knows you, and he sees you. And he knows you so intimately that he already knows what you are going to say before you actually say it. Psalm 139 verse 3-4 says it so beautifully. You are so intimately aware of me, Lord. You read me like an open book, and you know all the words I'm about to speak before I even start a sentence. You know every step I will take before my journey even begins. You know, what is so amazing for me is that God uses those exact pressure points, those exact pain points, and the wounds and the scars that we get in life to connect with us and to draw us into a relationship with him, to make us want to get to know him better. My friend, you are not beyond help. That wound or that scar that you carry, that guilt and shame that you still feel after so many years, those fears that you try to hide by putting on a brave face, God sees all of them, and he wants to heal you, and he wants to restore you completely so that you can live an overcoming life. I learned that for myself in my own journey. If you're interested to hear more, click on the link to enroll for the free short online course, Becoming an Overcomer. In this Kingdom course, you will receive practical tips on overcoming negativity, overcoming worries and fears, overcoming rejection, and how to stand strong in the face of difficulties. Thank you for watching.